Welcome guys. Today I want to talk to you guys about the first S in Savers, which is silence. And the reason I want to touch on that is because meditation's had a really profound effect on my life. And so I know that it's a thing that salespeople in general tend to struggle with. We have so many different things going on. A lot of us have entrepreneur brain where we've got those monkey brain thoughts flying around. There's millions and millions of thoughts. And we don't take a lot of opportunity to quiet our mind. And for me, that brings a lot of clarity and focus. And so I just want to give a few tips today that have been shared with me that I've found really helpful. And so the first is, if you're struggling with meditation at all, the one thing that I think is the easiest thing to do is just focus on breathing, right? It's something that we do every single day anyway. And so I've noticed that a lot of people struggle, and myself included. I struggled with thinking too much and having too many thoughts pop into my head while I was trying to relax and meditate. And I thought that I was doing it wrong. And what I found is that if I just took deep breaths and focused on the breath coming in and the breath going out and the breath coming in and the breath going out, and that I didn't focus on trying to stop thoughts from popping into my head, and every time one popped into my head, I would just notice it, know that I could go back to it later, and then go back to focusing on my breath. And that was one of the most helpful things that I learned from some friends and other people that were meditating. The second thing that I learned was from Juliana Ray. I was at a conference and she was talking about mindfulness and another way to meditate with your eyes open. And so one of the things that she pointed out is, when you've got lots of sensory things going on, recognize the senses. And so what you do instead is you would name the sense as it comes up. So if you happen to see something, you would say, in your head, you would just be like, see, right? Sight. And then when you feel something, like you get itchy or you feel like you need to move because you're uncomfortable, you would say to yourself, feel. And you almost do it with like a slow rhythm. And then when you hear something, you would say, hear. And so you would just recognize sights and sounds and feelings, but you wouldn't be thinking about them. You would just notice them, and that's all, and you'd give yourself permission to notice them. That's another way to practice mindfulness. And the last thing is that you could use guided meditation. So there's tons and tons of different videos out there on YouTube. There's a 10-minute guided meditation that I'll share the link in this email, and it's great for just something simple to practice that will keep you on point, and it'll point you in the same direction as a lot of the tips that I just gave you. It will direct you when to focus on your breath and when to focus on certain feelings. And so sometimes I use that when I'm struggling with getting myself quieted down on my own. And so those are just some tips I want to share with you. The last thing I'll leave you with today is, it's okay to practice with imperfection. In fact, don't expect any sort of perfection. Right? The best thing that you can do is let a thought come into your head, recognize it, let it go, and get back to whatever you're supposed to do before. And that's like doing a push-up. Right? So when we go to the gym, we're going to keep doing reps and reps over and over again to strengthen the muscle. And this practice is just an opportunity for you to strengthen the meditation muscle. So thanks for watching today. I hope you got something good out of it, and enjoy your meditation in silence.